Good evening and Merry Christmas to you all. This is TBC News, our top stories tonight. VP stresses peace as Tanzanians celebrate Christmas. USADF donates $247.56 US to boost sardine production.
To really benefit all of the community here.
Thank you very much for joining us tonight. I'm Agnes Tuniga. You can also follow us live on our YouTube channel, TBC Online, and also get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook, and X pages at TBC Online. The Vice President, Dr. Philip Mpango, has urged Tanzanians this festive season to maintain peace and tranquility, as well as to help those in need, including orphans. He has made the call while attending Christmas service at the Catholic Church Parish of Blessed Maria Teresa Airport in Dodoma. The service was led by Father Emmanuel Mtambo. Delivering his Christmas greetings, the Vice President has also called on Tanzanians to raise their children well and guide them in godly standards, which inspire them to be patriotic and industrious, to nurture them to become righteous leaders. Furthermore, the Vice President urged Tanzanians to continue end violence against women and children and use this festive season to reflect on good things and abandon bad habits. He insists believers and religious leaders to continue to pray for the nation so that peace prevails, and asserts Tanzanians to be prepared to participate fully in the 2024 local government elections. As we celebrate the Christmas holiday, where Christians around the world celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, Peter Mganga has prepared for you a feature story which gives a broader concept of Christmas Day. The feature is read in the studio by Faith Ngaga.
Christmas is an annual festival commemorating the birth of Jesus Christ. Observed on December the 25th as a religious and cultural celebration among billions of people around the world, Christmas is a feast central to the Christian liturgical year, and it follows the season of Advent, which begins 4 Sundays before. Christmas Day is a public holiday in many countries and is celebrated religiously by a majority of Christians, as well as culturally by many non-Christians. The traditional Christmas narrative recounted in the New Testament, known as the Nativity of Jesus, says Jesus was born in Bethlehem in accordance with messianic prophecies. When Joseph and Mary arrived in the city, the inn had no room, and so they were offered a stable where the Christ child was soon born, the angels proclaiming this news to shepherds, who then spread the word. There are different hypotheses regarding the date of Jesus' birth, and in the early 4th century, the Church fixed the date as December the 25th. This corresponds to the traditional date of the winter solstice on the Roman calendar. It is exactly 9 months after Annunciation on March 25th, also the date of the spring equinox. Most Christians celebrate on December the 25th in the Gregorian calendar, which has been throughout the world. Enjoy your Christmas. Enjoy the birth of Jesus Christ. Merry Christmas to you all.
The United States African Development Foundation, USADF, has donated 618 million shillings to support sardine production in the Lake Zone. The fund goes to Millennium Engineers Enterprises Limited, where it will facilitate installation of solar drying facilities for sardines, packaging, and storage facilities. Speaking during the handing over, the USADF Country Program Coordinator in Tanzania, Juliet Nkini, says that distribution of solar drying facilities will be of great importance to sardine value chain in Lake Victoria. Moses Matthew from Mwanza region has more details.
A new technology for drying sardine from Lake Victoria using solar energy has enabled to increase sardine quality and reduce the loss of sardine at Lake Shore of Kayenze Ndogo in Ilemela district and Kasalazi Island in Sengerema district in Mwanza region. Such technology that aims at ending drying sardine on sand has been invented by indigenous company Millennium Engineers.
Tumepata soko letu hapa nchini, wanatufahamu kwa majina ya African Dagaa Snack.
We have now secured a domestic market for these sardines. We are known as the African Dagaa Snacks, but we also have secured a market abroad. Our customers love these sardines due to the good quality it has. The sardines are good to be consumed by people who have health issues because they are usually not oily.
The renewable solar-powered sardine fishing lamps, which are invented by Millennium Engineers, also have reduced environmental pollution.
We expect to increase income of fishermen because the quality of sardines which will be processed in the solar drying facility will be higher than the ones which are not being processed. We also will be preserving the environment through the solar floaters provided by the project.
The American government, through U.S. African Development Foundation, USADF, is impressed by solar drying sardine projects and the distribution of the fishing lamps to the fishers in Lake Victoria that is implemented by indigenous company Millennium Engineers.
It's a big project. It's going to cost USAID about $250,000 for 3 years. We believe after that time they'll be able to process high quality and very safe sardines for the local and the export market, which is good for the country because apart from bringing in foreign exchange through the export market, they're also going to be creating and engaging more than 800 people. Most of them will be women.
We're very pleased to be supporting this project. We've seen 2 of the drying facilities, and we see that there's incredible capacity to grow this project and to really benefit all of the community here. So I'm very pleased to be here on behalf of the U.S. government and the U.S. Embassy, and pleased to partner with Millennium Engineers.
618 million shillings grants provided by USADF will be used to execute a project that aims enabling fishers in Lake Victoria to improve fish value chain and reduce the loss of sardine in the region, and is expected to last for a period of 3 years.
This will directly go into increasing the drying facilities from the 5 that we already have into 9 drying facilities. Furthermore, the funds from USAID will facilitate us establishing 2 packaging houses for storage, packaging of sardines in order now to go just not on the regional aspect, but to go further into the export market of sardines. This not only strengthens the sardine value chain, but also increases the national income and the community that is currently being impacted by us.
Moses Matthew, TBC News, Mwanza.
The ruling Chama cha Mapinduzi, CCM, in Mtwara region has sent congratulatory message to the national chairman of CCM and President Samia Suluhu Hassan for allocating more than 700 billion shillings, which have implemented various development projects in the region. Here's the report prepared by Martin Angolumbi and read by Kanki Mwaigomole.
CCM Mtwara region sent a congratulatory message to the chairperson of CCM and President of United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year 2024.
It is the chairman of the ruling Chama cha Mapinduzi CCM in Mtwara region, Said Nyengedi, thanking the President Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan for providing funds that have implemented various development projects in the region.
CCM Mtwara region is thankful to the chairperson of CCM and the President of Tanzania, Samia Suluhu Hassan, for providing more than 771 billion Tanzanian shillings. This fund has implemented various development projects in the health sector, education, water sector, infrastructure, and other projects which have helped to improve the welfare of the people of Mtwara region.
Acknowledging tremendous job done by the party in front of journalists, the chairman highlights some of the development projects that are being implemented here in Mtwara region.
The Makonde water project in Newara has been implemented with these funds. This project will supply water in the Newara Urban District Council, rural Newara area, Tandahimba, and the Nyamba District Council.
Regarding the cashew crop, the chairperson thanks President Samia Suluhu Hassan for allowing the crop to be shipped through the port of Mtwara.
We are grateful to President Samia Suluhu Hassan for giving the directive about the export of cashew nuts from the southern regions through the Mtwara port. As a result, Mtwara has been opened up and the revenue collection has increased to more than 60 trillion.
The CCM chairman in Mtwara urges the residents of the region to continue to sincerely support President Samia Suluhu Hassan and participate fully in the development activities in the region and the nation as a whole.
The government vows to allocate funds for the rehabilitation of the fish market in Sengerema in Mwanza region, as well as reviving all the fishing farms that are not in use in the Lake Victoria. The move focuses on invigorating government's goals to promote the blue economy using the Lake Victoria. Here's the report by James Rerombo, read by Faithangaga.
Sengerema district is one of the districts that make up the Mwanza region, Lake Victoria being one of the main sources of income for the residents of this district. During the presentation of the implementation report of the manifesto of the ruling party, Chama cha Mapinduzi CCM, in the period of 2020-2023 in Sengerema constituency under the Member of Parliament, Hamis Tabasam, the Deputy Minister of Livestock and Fisheries, Alexander Mnyeti, says the government recognizes the importance of fishing industry in the constituency.
Soko la samaki. Hapa kuna soko kubwa na mataarifa ni kwamba soko hili ndio tunalitegemea lili.
We depend on this fish market to feed many areas of the lake region, including Bariadi, Simiyu, and Shinyanga. We shall bring money to renovate it.
For the Member of the Parliament of the constituency, Hamis Tabasamu, this statement has a great meaning for the people of the area.
Samaki amekuwa jiwe. Ndio tunakuja kuweka cold room hapa.
We will come to set up a cold room here with very high standards. It will be one among the few cold rooms in the country.
Some of the CCM members in the district thank the President of Tanzania, Samia Suluhu Hassan, for fostering development in the district.
Honorable President Samia Suluhu has given hopes to the people of Sengerema through such projects.
Soko letu la samaki, japo mheshimiwa naibu waziri amelisemea.
Although the Honorable Minister has said that money will be allocated to fix our fish market, we ask that it be fixed urgently because it is the fish market that supplies fish consistently.
The CRDB Bank in the Lake Zone has issued loans of more than 20 billion Tanzanian shillings for a period of 1 year to enable some fishermen in the lake to build modern fishing boats as well as carrying out fish farming projects more conveniently. Speaking during a meeting of fishing stakeholders in Mwanza region, the relationship manager of the bank's agriculture and business division in the lake area, Michael George, says that the move aims at enabling fishermen to get rid of wooden boats whose making and maintenance involves cutting trees, hence contribute to the environmental destruction.
Kwenye upande wa mikopo ya kanda ya tumekupa zaidi ya bilioni 1 tumetoa kwa ajili ya
The loans that we have distributed on the lake zone are more than 1 billion Tanzanian shillings, of which we have distributed most of it to small-scale fishermen, which will also help them to conserve environment. We discourage fishermen into using wooden boats because one wooden boat costs the cutting down of 32 trees. We instead encourage the use of fiber boards.
On the other hand, the chairman of the Advisory Committee for Sustainable Fishing in Lake Victoria, Hassan Muhenga, urged the government to be tough on overseeing the laws governing the fishing industry in order to eradicate fishing using illegal tools in the lake.
Illegal fishing is discouraged in Lake Victoria from the village level. Therefore, we ask the Ministry of Fisheries to review certain laws on illegal fishing because we have many illegal nets that are being used.
Before we wind up the local news tonight, let us now have a look at today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. Don't miss TBC News every weekday to know all the latest in exchange rates. Stay tuned for all the latest in international news. And here is international news as compiled and read by Nyambona Masamba.
At least 70 people have been killed and several others injured in an airstrike on the Maghazi refugee camp, which a Palestinian Health Ministry spokesperson described as a massacre. The Israel admits the fight is complex and complicated, with many soldiers have been killed. It says at least 5 dead captive bodies retrieved from the tunnel in northern Gaza. More than 10,000 Palestinians have been killed in Israel attacks since October. The revised death toll from Hamas's attack on Israel stand at 1,139. The Palestinian Health Ministry spokesperson, Ashraf Al-Qudr, said the death toll at Maghazi refugee camp was likely to rise. Bodies have been piling up at Al-Aqsa Matthias Hospital. Several houses have been destroyed in the attack. Families have been digging through the rubble in an attempt to find survivors. To Asia, a plane carrying more than 300 Indian passengers that has been detained in an airport in France since Thursday has been cleared to leave. French authorities say the plane was allowed to leave the airport after probing into human trafficking claims. French prosecutors on Sunday gave the green lights for the plane to leave Vatry Airport, located 150 kilometers east of Paris, after questioning passengers for 2 days about allegations that they may have been victims of human trafficking. The Airbus A340 was expected to leave after the French Civilian Aviation Authority secures final approval for departure, with a lawyer for Romanian-based Regent Airlines saying most of the stranded passengers would be returning to India. 2 passengers have been detained since Friday as authorities investigate whether they traveled with a different purpose than the other passengers and under the conditions and with what objectives. Several other passengers have requested asylum in France, according to the local government. The Nicaragua-bound plane was hailed after stopping to refuel at Vatry en route from Faraija Airport in the United Arab Emirates, after authorities received an anonymous tip that it may be carrying trafficking victims. The passengers of a flight, including a 21-month-old child, have since been confined at the airport, where local government authorities said beds, toilets, and showers were installed for their stay. To Europe, Ukraine has formally marked Christmas Day on December 25th this year in a symbolic shift away from Russia. It's the first time more than a century that Ukraine observes the date in a line with Gregorian calendar, along with most of the world's Christians. Ukraine's government passed legislation on July marking the date change in what was viewed as a snub to Russia and the Russian Orthodox Church, which follows Romania-era Julian calendar for religious occasions. The law was signed by President Volodymyr Zelensky, noted that Ukrainians wanted to live their own lives with their own traditions and holidays. Christianity, the largest religion in Ukraine, with Russian Orthodox Church historically dominating religious life. And Iran has summoned the Russian envoy to Tehran after Moscow signed another joint statement with Arab nations calling for negotiations over 3 dispute islands that United Arab Emirates claims as its own. The Russian envoy was summoned to the Iranian Ministry of Foreign Affairs to receive Tehran's strong protest over the statements.
That was international news. Sports news up next. And in sports news, Tanzania international boxer Twaha Kassim, nicknamed Twaha Kiduku, says he is ready to raise Tanzanian flag in international stage by beating his opponent Ugandan boxer Mohamed Sebaila in non-title fight to be held in Dar es Salaam on Boxing Day, December 26th. Speaking after weight measurement occasion in Dar es Salaam, Kiduku insists that he has done a lot of tough fighting training along the hills of Morogoro, hoping that he will maximize on his fitness to outclass his opponent and win the fight.
My preparation is good and I want to correct my mistake, but I want to tell my fellow Tanzanians that I will make them happy. Let's meet tomorrow in the ring and my opponent will regret.
Last time Kiduku entertained boxing fans in the ring, he lost to South African Asemahle Wellem by a point in non-title fight on July 29th this year. The Karat coach Abduli Salim says he is planning to prepare a Karat competition that will uplift the game to international standards. Coach Salim believes that the tournament will attract more Tanzanians to the game and have more players that are eager to compete in international fixtures.
People must wait for amazing promotion in martial art because I prepare myself to make difference.
Kwenda kuandaa mapambano Ulaya au Marekani. Lakini inshallah Mwenyezi Mungu akijalia mimi ni kijana mdogo alafu nitaenda kuandaa alafu nitawashangaza Watanzania.
Italeta mapinduzi kama ilivyo boxing.
We prepare to show the amazing karate.
Watu wanaongezeka, wingi wa watu unaongezeka katika karate.
Maandalizi kwa ujumla yako vizuri.
Our preparation is good and we will show people good karate.
Kwamba siku ya kesho inakuwa bora kabisa.
Recently, fans have been motivated to watch karate competitions, and the coach says the country needs more games to watch. Former international boxing champion Rashid Matumla says he admires the boxing revolution that the country experiences currently, which makes him wish to go back to the ring as the game appears to be more lucrative now compared to the time he was fighting. Matumla told TBC News that boxers of this time should maximize on what the game can provide to change their lives.
Currently, everything is positive for boxing due to the factor that there is a good motivation and payment. That's why I wish to return in the ring again. Because in our prime time, there is no such kind of things. Imagine now, some boxers are paid more than 30 millions, something that is more exciting.
Rashid Matumla, before he retired boxing, he represented Tanzania in 3 consecutive Summer Olympics started in 1988 in Seoul. Matumla also competed at 2 Commonwealth Games in 1994 and 1998. He was nicknamed Snake Boy during his career. That was sports news. We apologize. We will not be having weather forecast tonight. Don't miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. On behalf of the team, I'm Agnes Tuniga, and once again, a Merry Christmas to you all. Good night.
It's been a year of gathering facts and bringing them right on your screen.
A year of connecting you with the society and giving you information
straight from the field.
A year of ensuring our voices bring you insightful information. The Swahili language continues